Welcome to the IGNOU Solved Assignment video for July 2025 to January 2026 session. This covers BSOC 132, Sociology of India. Disclaimer: this solved assignment provides guidance only. You are strongly advised to study the official course material and prepare your answers independently. Do not copy this content word for word. The final responsibility for submitted answers lies entirely with you. Here are important points for writing your assignment. First, ensure you are answering for the correct session, July 2025 or January 2026. Keep the question paper handy, read all subparts carefully, and adhere to the prescribed word limits. Assignments must be handwritten using only blue or black ballpoint pens. Avoid gel pens, pencils, or sketch pens. Use the same pen throughout. Start each answer on a new page and clearly mention the question number. Finally, revise carefully before submission, follow all IGNOU guidelines, and keep your answers simple and relevant. Section I requires answers in about 500 words each. Question 1 asks you to explain the concept of unity in diversity in India. Unity in diversity means the harmonious coexistence of wide social, cultural, linguistic, and religious differences within a single national framework. This concept signifies the integration of varied identities into a unified social system. Major forms of diversity include religious diversity, where India is home to several major world religions. Diversity also encompasses linguistic variations with 22 official languages and hundreds of dialects. Cultural diversity is reflected in varied food, clothing, art, and customs across regions. Regional diversity arises from geographical variations influencing lifestyles. Caste and social diversity represent India's complex social structure. Key bonds of unity include a shared historical heritage, particularly the freedom struggle. Other bonds of unity include the constitutional framework, which ensures secularism and democracy, national symbols and institutions promoting common identity, and economic interdependence among regions. India's composite culture, where traditions reflect mutual influences, also fosters harmony. Unity in diversity is the enduring foundation and strength of Indian society. Question 2 asks you to identify and discuss the major factors responsible for social change in India. Social change refers to long-term shifts in social relationships, institutions, and values. Major factors include economic factors, such as the shift from agrarian to industrial and service-based economies, and post-1991 liberalization. Education is another powerful agent, promoting rational thinking, equality, and social mobility, challenging traditional beliefs and evils like child marriage. Social reform movements, led by figures like B.R. Ambedkar, have initiated change by challenging oppressive traditions and working for social justice. Political and legal factors, including the democratic constitution and laws abolishing untouchability and implementing reservations, have reduced inequalities. Urbanization also drives change by encouraging individualism, weakening traditional institutions like the joint family, and promoting social interaction. Science, technology, and mass media have introduced rapid changes by increasing awareness of rights and spreading new ideas. Improved communication has reduced social distance. In conclusion, social change results from interrelated factors, transforming traditional structures while also creating challenges like inequality. Section 2 requires answers in about 250 words each. Question 3 asks you to describe the distinctive characteristics of tribes in India. Tribes are social groups that have maintained distinct cultural identities, often marked by territorial isolation in remote areas like forests and hills. They possess a unique cultural identity expressed through distinct languages, oral traditions, and nature-based religious beliefs. Tribal societies are characterized by simple social organizations centered on kinship and an egalitarian social structure with minimal stratification. Economically, they rely on subsistence activities like hunting, gathering, and simple agriculture based on cooperation. Lastly, they exhibit a strong sense of community solidarity. These characteristics continue to define tribal identity in Indian society. Question 4 discusses the nature of change and continuity in the caste system. Major changes include the decline of caste-based occupations due to industrialization and increased social mobility. Modern education and constitutional reforms like the abolition of untouchability and reservation policies have reduced discrimination. Urbanization has also diluted rigid caste norms. However, continuity persists as endogamy remains widespread. Caste has also adapted, influencing political mobilization and vote bank politics. Subtle social discrimination still exists, particularly in rural areas. The caste system in contemporary India is dynamic, reflecting both the weakening of traditional hierarchy and the persistence of caste identity in social and political life. Question 5 explains the impact of British colonial rule on class formation. Colonial land revenue systems, such as the permanent settlement, created new classes, including zamindars and landless peasants, intensifying rural inequality. This also led to the growth of a modern capitalist economy and an industrial working class in urban centers. Another significant outcome was the rise of a Western-educated middle class through English education, which became central to administration and nationalist movements. The expansion of colonial administration created a class of bureaucrats. Colonial trade and commercialization widened class inequalities. British rule reshaped society by introducing capitalist relations, creating new classes, and laying the foundation for modern class structures, despite intensifying exploitation. Section 3 asks for short notes of about 100 words each. Note 6 is on tribes and forests. The relationship between tribes and forests is integral to their existence, providing livelihood, shelter, and medicine. Tribal economies are based on cooperative and sustainable subsistence activities. Culturally, forests hold sacred significance. Colonial forest policies and modern development projects disrupted this relationship, leading to protective measures like the Forest Rights Act of 2006. Note 7 is on patriarchy and matriarchy. Patriarchy is a social system where men dominate in authority, property, and decision-making, with descent often following the male line. It is widely prevalent in India. Matriarchy refers to a system where women are central to kinship and inheritance, often through a matrilineal system. While patriarchy dominates, matrilineal systems like those among the Khasi, Garo, and Jaintia tribes demonstrate alternative gender arrangements. Note 8 is on the social practice of untouchability. This discriminatory practice is rooted in the caste system and notions of purity and pollution, leading to the exclusion and marginalization of scheduled castes. Traditionally, it involved severe restrictions on public access and performing, quote, impure occupations. Although constitutionally abolished under Article 17, untouchability persists in subtle forms. Its persistence highlights the need for continuous enforcement and social awareness. Note 9 is on the social context of the secularization process. Secularization in India means religion losing its dominance in public life, not its decline. Colonial rule initiated this by separating law and education from religious authority. The Indian Constitution reinforced this, establishing India as a secular state. Social reform movements, education, and urbanization further promoted rational thinking. Secularization balances respect for diversity with the rational organization of social life. Note 10 discusses ethnic movements in India. These are collective efforts by ethnic groups to assert their identity, rights, and political recognition, often due to marginalization or uneven development. Examples include movements in the Northeast and linguistic states. These movements can be peaceful or violent. Democratic accommodation and inclusive development are key to managing these challenges and maintaining national unity. Thank you for watching this video. If this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe for more IGNOU guidance and assignment support.